All right, fans, welcome in to Sports Plus, where we have a good old-fashioned good one between the University of Cincinnati Bearcats facing the University of Dayton Flyers. I'm Paul Lockman, pleased to be joined by Cincinnati Bearcat defenseman Chris Bowers. Chris, glad to have you on.
Great to be here, Paul. It's going to be a good game tonight.
Yeah, the Dayton Flyers are coming in off a shocking win. Last weekend, they knocked off the Ohio Bobcats, a team that has been a thorn in the heel of the Bearcats this season. Ohio swept Cincinnati, but Dayton went in, shut them out, or actually won 4-3 over Ohio State, and then shut out Ohio 1-0. So back-to-back good weekends for the Dayton Flyers, who come into this game 7-5, 2-0. Cincinnati an impressive 16-3, 0-0. And Chris, hard to mention this game without mentioning that leading scorer of the country, Ryan Murphy, not in uniform tonight for the Cincinnati Bearcats.
Yeah, Paul, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how the Bearcats fill in that void. He's definitely one of the top guys, and we definitely got to find someone to step up. But I'm confident we'll be able to do that tonight.
Absolutely. Plenty of other contributors for the team. You still have Captain Damian Lona, who would be the second in command in points for Cincinnati. He is coming in 19 games played, 24 goals, 40 assists, 64 points. And, of course, he is not actually on the ice for the starting lineup. That'll be Danny Matea, John Vaughn, Kieserling, Colin McAllister, Sam Dorf, and Logan Rossiter in between the pipes for Cincinnati, number 31, Sebastian Millette. And we are underway here early. So Bearcats wearing their home whites, black numerals, red and black trim. Dayton Flyers coming in their red road uniforms, white numerals, a light blue and white trim. Bearcats able to force pressure in the zone. Von Kieserling tries to keep it in front of him with a skate. Bearcats lose the puck. Comes up along the boards. Rossiter there to play it. Fans now starting to come in as a late 11:15 start for Cincinnati, who will put the first puck on net. And we'll have a stoppage in play. Out comes the captain, Damian Lona and company. He'll be joined by Colin Rack and Nick Okada on the defensive side. Good to see Colin Rack suiting back up. As for wingers, Kyle Talibi is out there alongside number 8, Johnny Bonta. Puck comes out through the neutral zone. Rack will have to go back in his own end to play it. We've played just a little over a minute so far. Bearcats only shot. And Damian Lona looking up ahead for Johnny Bonta. Bonta's good hustle along the boards, fighting for the puck. Still working at it. Puck is cleared out to the neutral zone. There is Nick Okada. Backhands one through where Kyle Talibi and Damian Lona were waiting. Sprinting forward with the puck. Nick Okada tries to center one. It's broken up. Talibi is there to pick it up. Damian Lona can't keep it in, and that'll allow Dayton to get a change. Lona trying to catch him on the change, moving around, sends one up ahead to Kyle Talibi, can't connect on the pass. And now Dayton will get called for an icing violation. So choppy start to the game so far, wouldn't you agree, Chris?
Yeah, Paul, it's a little bit of a choppy start.
Embarrassed, it said first 7 up there. I accidentally hit 7 on there. So Bearcats get an offensive zone faceoff, can't win it. Brady Kiplinger was in centering that draw. Kiplinger and Drum missing their line mate Ryan Murphy, as we had talked about. Taking his place is number 18, Stephen Lang. He was promoted to the first line early in the season, and now he's getting the obligation of filling the shoes of Ryan Murphy. Kiplinger crosses the blue line. Takes it to the corners, sets it up for Matt Lidley, who takes a rip, finds the pad of the starting goaltender, Matthew Tanaka, who will cover it up and freeze the play. 17:27 to go in the first. Bearcats move back one spot in the ACHA Southeast rankings. They were previously number 5, dropped to number 6, 2-on-1. Millette makes an absolutely outstanding save on a 2-on-1. And it's because of plays like that, Sebastian Millette, 9-1, coming into this game, has really led the charge for Cincinnati on a defensive standpoint. Bearcats haven't been scoring their usual 7 goals a game like they did last year. It's been a little more pressure on the goaltenders when you're not scoring 7 goals. Play moved ahead. Logan Rossiter keeping it in. Plays it aside to the right side of the ice where Ennis chased after it. Or excuse me, that is Ahrens, Brandon Ahrens. Dorf fights off a couple of guys before sending it off the boards. Coming away with it, Dylan Betterhouse. He looks cross ice. Can't connect with anybody. Dayton will take it away. Puck behind the net now. Cincinnati cut off any angle, didn't allow a shot there. Not to be outdone, here come the Flyers now. Shot having to be blockered aside by Sebastian Millette. Off the stick of Thomas Krogler. Puck dumped in. Cincinnati sending one off the boards. Colin McAllister, good job there finding the puck, then centers one up for Von Kieserle, and they can't connect. Bearcats wisely jumped to the bench there before a too many men is called. Matea looks to get around a couple of defenders and does. Pushing it toward the net, jammed home. Nobody can get it in the net. Colin Recht looks for his shot. Makes its way through. Bearcats still controlling. Matea looks over his shoulder, then looks for a Bearcat teammate. Can't connect on a cross-ice pass. McAllister now has it. Finds Matea. Matea at the circle. Sent right back from the pad. Good control by Cincinnati as the puck is just dumped back. Dayton gets a change. Puck dumped in by McAllister. He'll come off the ice. Chasing in is Nick Okada. And he made sure he found the puck. Takes a shot in on Tanaka. It is saved. Rebound. Controlled by Cincinnati. White jerseys are everywhere, Chris. This is a pretty good thing to see.
Yeah, it seems like it's not too much of a problem that Murphy's not here.
Guys are moving quick. Legs are looking good as Bearcats have controlled most of play here early. Owning the shot department, 6-2 advantage. 14:47 to play here in the first. Damian Lona to take the draw to Tanaka's right. Johnny Bonta fighting in after it, can't come away with it. And instead, Matthew Wild sends one off the boards. There to play it was Millette. Millette sends it out, but it was quickly gathered right back in by a Dayton Flyer and sent in on Millette, who makes the save. Sebastian Millette, 9-1, 203 goals allowed average with a .913 save percentage. Rather spectacular numbers for the newcomer. Puck comes up top. Johnny Bonta there on the backhand feed. Gets it to Lona. Lona back to Johnny Bonta. Bonta pushes ahead. Gets around a lot of Dayton defenders. Couldn't find the puck right by their skates. They try to move it up to the blue line. It is intercepted by Kyle Ahrens and now broken up and taken away. Here comes John Tachin, but he loses the puck and Cincinnati chips it ahead. Studnicka back to retrieve it, looking for some red jerseys. Puck now moved ahead. Coming away with it now is Christian Fay. He is lit up into the boards, much to the chagrin of the Cincinnati bench. Fay is able to come away with the puck and take a shot. before a stoppage in play, 13:33 to go in the first. Puck chipped in. Good effort there, and there it is. Extra effort by Dayton as Troy Hoffman, right off the draw, got it a good push. And I believe he allowed Thomas Kroghan an extra swipe at it, who will come away with the goal, number 8 on the season for number 8 for the Dayton Flyers. And Dayton takes an early 1-0 lead on the Cincinnati Bearcats. Importance of winning the draw. Flyers now coming away, moving the puck forward, picked up by Brady Kiplinger, full head of steam, looking to break into the offensive zone. Extra effort there. Brady might have been hooked a couple of times, undetected by officials. Logan Rossiter, not to be denied. How big is that? Right there. Oh, what a save. Matthew Tanaka, puck still loose. Logan Rossiter comes back, gets it to Dalton Drum. Now we'll have a whistle. The net is off its bearings. And Chris Bowers, how important is it after giving up a goal? That next shift has got to be a big one.
Right, you got to find a way to answer quickly. Otherwise, this game could get out of hand fast.
So the puck is dropped to the left of Tanaka. Face-off won by Cincinnati. Okada sends it in from the blue line. It goes behind the net. Colin Rack able to try to keep it in. Can't, but he moves it ahead for Brady Kiplinger, who does break into the zone. Right wing side, set cross ice. Can't connect. Shot there by Colin Rack, just goes right to the center of the Dayton Flyers. How many times am I going to have to hear this song? Oh, no.
Wonder who's playing music tonight.
Man. Ocean Avenue, I think it is. I don't know.
Not a bad song at all, though.
It's noticeable when you hear it 4 times in a row, though, after a stoppage, you know. So we'll see if that gets played again. Keep our ear out for that. Bearcats keep it into the zone. Colin Rack, shot, looking 5-hole. Greg Bowers got a piece of it. Did that touch the netting? Looked like it did. Didn't get called. I'm just seeing things. Brandon Aarons keeping it in right at the blue line on the backhand. Puck centered, shot on net. Tanaka there to make a save. Puck comes right back out. Nick Okada chasing back and getting it in his own defensive end. Greg Bowers crossing the blue line, right wing side. Fighting off a couple of defenders, puck finally taken away, and then moved out. 2-on-2 the other way, puck is just dumped down. Dayton Flyers, Chris, are just hanging on here in the Tri-State Collegiate Hockey League standings, as they are just in the playoffs at where they're at. 3 wins, 2 overtime or shootout wins, and 3 losses, for 13 points. This is a game that they need more than Cincinnati. Cincinnati is still battling. Of course, they're trying to get into first place. They sit behind the Miami Redhawks.
And Paul, it's games like this that are really all important for the Dayton Flyers. They want to beat the teams that are up at the top so they can knock them off the pole.
Well, they did a good job last week knocking off Ohio and Ohio State, who still sit ahead of the Flyers. They're looking to make it 3 in a row against the Bearcats, leading 1-0. 10:40 to go here in the first. Flyers have it in their own end. Picked up there by Price behind the net. Todd Price loses the puck, and it is now moved out by Cincinnati. Danny Matea back and forth with Von Kieseling. Here comes Matea, moving around the net. Then he centers it. Nice job there. Kyle Aarons takes the shot. Tanaka looks behind him, but he still made the save. Kyle Aarons, good job stepping up on the play and getting a rip at the goaltender. 10:18 to go in the first. Now, Chris, we're used to playing about 9 o'clock here on Friday nights on Saturday, or excuse me, here at Sports Plus. Saturday, it's more of like a 6 o'clock start. Tonight, an 11 o'clock start. What does that do for the team?
Well, what it really does is it screws the team up for tomorrow, because as some of you may know, we have a game at 6 p.m. tomorrow, so if we're getting to bed real late tonight, that could be a problem. Hopefully everybody took a nap this afternoon.
Good idea. I followed Twitter's advice to tell me to take a nap. Bearcats are actually on the power play here as a penalty to Connor Owen. Not sure what he did, but previous to this, he only had 5 minutes, which, you know, you can only assume what 5-minute penalty that could be. Puck dumped in again, and the Flyers will clear. Millette having to play it behind his own net. Lona moves it up to Nick Okada. Okada has Matt Lindley alongside him. Those are two defensemen breaking up like forwards. Probably throw off the Dayton Flyers a little bit. Damian Lona fights off a check. Skates around a few guys, looking for some help. Matt Lindley edges out his man and allows Lona to pick up the puck far side. Looks up top, there's Nick Okada. Okada back to Lona, Lona to Okada. Back to Lona, Lona shot, glove, and saved. Matt Lindley right there in front in case anything was loose. Face-off won by Cincinnati. Lang keeping it in, and Dalton Drum takes a spill out there. Found a divot. Nick Okada has it at the point. Looking for some help. Goes over to Dalton Drum. Drum tries to take a shot. It hits in. Real funny on Tanaka. That's not good, Chris. Good-sized group just came in, and they are not wearing Cincinnati gear. Kentucky brought a crowd, and they left disappointed. Hopefully the Bearcats can leave Flyer fans disappointed. Puck comes into Lang. Lang rips it, but wide. 17 seconds remain on the power play. Owen standing at the box for the Flyers. Final 5 seconds. Shot comes in. Shot. Brady Kiplinger able to put it in. And that is a power play goal for Cincinnati. What did you see there, Chris?
That was a great job by Brady to find that puck and bat it out of the air. That takes really good hand-eye coordination.
I believe that came off of Nick Okada there. So no quit in this power play. They were able to control, get a few shots, get a few rebounds, work the puck down low. And yeah, it wasn't necessarily pretty, but Kiplinger right there in the right spot tucks it home. 1-1 hockey game. So these fans that the Dayton Flyers have brought the Bearcats some good luck, as Cincinnati able to tie things back up as we approach the 12-minute mark. Von Kieserling jumped before he could handle the puck. Then moved ahead by Christian Fay. Chase back, Studnicka is there for the Flyers. He moves it far side of the boards, where it is picked up by number 19, Troy Hoffman, but he loses it and allows Cincinnati to take over. Danny Matea outworks his man behind the net, gets to the puck looking to move it up top, and instead dumps it down. There's Colin McAllister working hard in the corner. Matea chops at it. Puck still behind the net. Tanaka looking every which way, then poked out in front. Not where you want to be if you're a Flyer defenseman. Coming away with it now. Here comes John Tachin, who fires one in at Millette. He thought he had it, but couldn't control. Bearcats trying to move away with it. Tachin just dumps it down, and we'll get a change. Kyle Aaron's there to play it. Matt Lindley charging ahead, trying to pick up the puck, can't. Flyers keeping it in. Pile up of guys in the corner, right wing side. I heard someone lost a stick. Can't necessarily see everything that goes there, but you got to use your ears sometimes. Cincinnati trying to break out with it and finally able to move it out of the zone and force Dayton to retreat. Kyle Ahrens moving the puck ahead. And here comes Dylan Metterhouse. Metterhouse, left wing side, gave it a rip but whiffed. Kroghan has it, fires one up off a jersey of a Bearcat. That hit off of Brandon Ahrens, who comes in late and drills his man. Back and forth play, bad turnover there by the Flyers, leads to Greg Bowers with a chance. Can't pull the trigger. Away with it come the Flyers, only momentarily, as Nick Okada is there to gain it in. Colin Rack in a dangerous spot, moves it back to a safer area of the ice before sending it along the boards, far side. Nick Okada looks cross ice. Good job there, Brandon Ahrens, to extend and really make sure that no icing was called, allowing new members of the Bearcats to join the ice. 1-1 hockey game, 5:15 to go here in the first period. Damian Lona behind the net, moves it around. Colin Rack was looking to go up to Johnny Bonta. Unable to connect. A lot of hair out there, Chris. A lot of hair. Talibi, Rack, Bonta.
I think that's actually the reason they put Okada and Rack together, was so they had great hair together.
Damian Lona used to have some hair. Nick Okada tripped up undetected there. That obvious call missed. Cats have it. Looking right wing side, Johnny Bonta's there. Bonta started to skate right toward the slot. Shot couldn't find the net. Here comes Damian Lona. Shot hits the glove of Tanaka and then goes over his shoulder. Bearcats fighting hard for it. A couple bodies hitting the ice. Talibi, no quit on the play, fighting after it. And now Dayton able to move it ahead. That's Matthew Vile looking ahead to Geyser. Puck goes to the corner. Logan Rossiter playing physical with his man. And now puck clears the zone. Under 4 to play. Cincinnati. Puck behind the net. Moved up top. Flyers able to get a shot in toward Millette. I think it hit his stick along the way and went wide. Flyers trying to move it to the D line, and then the puck clears. Having a reset. Edward Geyser dumps it down. Under 3 to go. Home run pass, can't connect. No icing called. Brady Kiplinger, first one there. Kiplinger scored the lone goal for Cincinnati. Skates across, gets a shot right in the slot. Hits high off the shoulder of Tanaka. Look clean. Good speed there by 1-5 as he is hauled down in the corner. Puck hits off the referee. Good bounce for Cincinnati. Matt Lindley can't settle it down and fire a shot on net. It goes wide. Instead, here come the Flyers. That play is broken up. Connor Owen was looking to get a goal. Instead, he didn't even get a shot off. 2:17 and counting. Bearcats would like to try to take a lead. Look out, referee. My goodness. That was horrifying. Jeff Flagg's life was in deep danger right there.
It's nice little move. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a puck.
You ain't kidding, John. Tachin just kind of gave it a spinorama shot right at the linesman. Nowhere close to the net. I'm sure it was a dump down, I get it, but good moves there by Jeff Flagg. Cincinnati moving through the neutral zone. Back to play it were the Flyers. They move it ahead, but Nick Okada trying to play it across. Neither team really able to control things too much. Only 15 shots in the game combined. Sometimes you're used to seeing Cincinnati get 15 to 17 shots in the first period. Instead, they only have 10. Coming away with it now, here comes Troy Hoffman and the Dayton Flyers. Hoffman got an assist on their lone goal. Kyle Talibi crosses the blue line, plays it off the board. Stanley Matei is there. He'll look to center it. Flyers read it perfectly. Under a minute to go here in the period. Colin Rack chips it ahead. Now Talibi looks across the blue line. Good moves there as he moves around a couple guys. Nick Okada moving forward, takes a hit, gets right back up. Colin Rack having to chase the puck back in his own end. It was tipped by Okada, so no icing. One last rush for either team here. We'll see how it goes. Looks like the Flyers have it, 3-on-2. Shot hits off the glove and is loose. Sebastian Millette might have thought he had it. Here comes Johnny Bonta, one last push. He can't find the puck. It is cleared back down. And that should do it for the first period of play, as Nick Okada will just rip one right in on Tanaka. Last shot on goal. 11 for Cincinnati, 5 for the Dayton Flyers. Chris, what does Cincinnati need to do to take control of this game in the second?
In the second period, Cincinnati really needs to correct the mistakes they've been making in the defensive zone. They need to figure out a way to break it out and get the puck up ice quickly.
Well, thank you so much. We'll be back with second period of play. After this, you're watching Bearcats Hockey on YouTube. Welcome back, folks. We're about set for second period of play as the Bearcats and Dayton Flyers drop the puck here in this matchup, ACHA matchup. Scoring goals in the first period. First for the Dayton Flyers, as they scored first, was number 8. That was Thomas Kroghan, and he scored his 8th goal of the season. As for the Bearcats, they got a goal on the power play from Brady Kiplinger. He scored his 11th goal of the season, assisted by Nick Okada, happened to be his 52nd of the campaign. Bearcats moving it well. Nick Okada with a rip right there, and just the intensity you'd like to see right out of the gate. First 35 seconds from the Bearcats, wouldn't you say, Chris?
It's a great way to start the period. This next goal is going to be very important in deciding who wins this game.
For sure. Next one's a big one. Bearcats would like to take their first lead of the night, mid-morning. Cincinnati would like to pick up 2 wins in a day, as this one will complete in early Saturday morning, as it is 11:52 Eastern Standard Time. Cincinnati holding the zone. Colin Rack takes a shot, but it doesn't make its way through and is instead intercepted. Coming away with it is Owen Shearlong, number 17 in red. He leads all the Dayton Flyers in scoring. As coming into this weekend, Shearlong in 13 games had 16 points, 10 goals, and 6 assists. Puck dumped in. Back to play it, Colin Rack, making his first game back from a lower body injury that held him out of, I believe, 4 games. So good to see 13 back, and good to see Nick Okada, as he has lit the fire here for Cincinnati. He's had 2 of the 3 shots here in the period so far. My goodness, he has really put Matthew Tanaka to work. 18-27. Puck pops up and out of the zone. Damian Lona, the captain, is there to backhand it into the zone. So Levy goes back and forth with Rossiter, can't pick it up on the other end. Now it is battled for. Rossiter skates cross ice to get to the puck. Puck is centered, no Bearcat is there. So Levy finds it on his stick only momentarily, now breaking out. Come the Dayton Flyers. That spill looked painful as John Tachin took a stumble here on the near side boards. Johnny Bonta with the chance, 1-on-2, as he looks to his teammate, Damian Lona. Lona fights off a check behind the net. Up top, kept in by Talibi. Sam Dorf moves it behind the net. Cincinnati really not getting to those scoring zones on the ice, not getting it a clear look at the net. Kind of having to play it behind the net more and look for that center ice pass, which hasn't been there yet.
I think the problem is not getting shots, it's getting quality shots. They definitely need to work on getting in those scoring zones and getting good shots on net.
Kyle Ahrens there moves in as a defenseman, goes behind the net, puts it toward the crease where it is frozen by Tanaka. Cincinnati coming into this weekend has allowed 1 less goal than the Dayton Flyers. Dayton Flyers have given up 55 goals. Cincinnati has given up 54. Where the 2 teams separate, Chris, I know you can already guess, is goals for. Cincinnati at the 152 mark, where Dayton is at 44 on the season.
I don't really see anybody coming near 152 right now at this point in the season besides us.
Technically now 153 as Brady Kiplinger scored his 11th. Kyle Aaron swats at the puck, keeps it out. And now puck is moved up and dumped in hard off the glass by Jack Hoscroft. Puck comes to the neutral zone. Dayton re-enters. Moving it cross ice. Good look there. Back and forth. Are you kidding me? Did he make that save? I think he did. Sebastian Millette able to keep the right pad down on a tic-tac-toe. Great execution by Dayton. Even better follow through by Sebastian Millette to keep this at an even game. Puck coming out behind the net. Looking for some help. Now coming up top. Icing will be the cause. Cincinnati unable to connect with Dylan Metterhouse on the left wing side. 15:20 to go here in the second period.
Now might be a good time for Sebastian to take his helmet off and stall a little bit. The Bearcats look tired right now. They need a change.
It is now up to him. He is the last line of defense, as there are definitely tired legs out there for Cincinnati. Face-off crucially won by the Bearcats. Danny Matea takes a hit, but he moves the puck out, more importantly, and is able to get a new line out there. Defense still needs to change. Puck comes up ice. Looking for Greg Bowers, can't connect. Now it's moved ahead. Ryan Sellers off the glass. Metterhouse gets it by. How about that? Here comes Greg Bowers. He's got Brandon Aarons alongside him. Dayton Flyers stretched out there, broke up the play. And now Cincinnati will have to reset and do it again. Coming cross ice, Dylan Metterhouse loses his stick. A couple Bearcats collide. And now it's one-on-one. Sherlong leads the team in points. He goes glove side. I don't even think that would have been on net, but Millette was there to make the stop nonetheless. Metterhouse coming up right wing side. He'll lose the puck, and away come the Flyers. 2-on-1. Matthew Wild sends it over. Shot goes wide, and Millette stands tall, as the last few scoring opportunities have been definitely in the favor of the Dayton Flyers. Metterhouse sends one up off the boards. Now Nick Okada steps up, edges out his man, and now he'll look to cross the blue line, can't. Race for the puck, center of the ice. Brady Kiplinger able to get it off the stick of Dalton Drum. Bearcats looking to control. Kiplinger chasing after it. No icing called, waved off. And the puck comes to the blue line, up but not out. Cincinnati keeps it in. Kiplinger is looking to feed a defenseman. Instead, found Matthew Wild in red. Now it's played ahead by the Flyers, only for it to be batted right back. Good pressure by Cincinnati, as now they're under the zone. Kiplinger moves it cross ice. Tanaka was skating to his left and was in position to make a save. None needed. Tic-tac, can't get the toe. Little too fine with the passing for Dayton. Missed opportunity for the Flyers.
Great job by Dalton Drum to get back when no defensemen were back on the play.
Stephen Lang collects it. Looking for some help, finds Damian Lona. Lona dances around a guy, and he hits it into the protective netting. Stoppage of play. 12:13 to go here in the second period. Johnny Bonta will be in to take the draw. Face-off won by the Dayton Flyers. Puck sent high into the air, where Rossiter is there to play it. Kept it in front. Johnny Bonta's shot. He is back-checked hard from behind, unable to get it on net. Rossiter behind the net with a backhand attempt, and that ain't bad. Just throw it in front, look for something good to happen. That's actually how the Bearcats scored their first goal with Brady Kiplinger. throw it over toward him. He was able to knock it down and then swat it in. Cats doubling up the Flyers in the shot department, 16-8. Cincinnati able to win the draw. Now the puck is in the corner where Damian Lona collects it. Moves it up top. Logan Rossiter fires it right back down. Talibi will have to battle for it in the right corner. Bearcats almost had it at the top of the circle where they were going to look in at the net. Unable to do so. Rossiter harassed by two Flyers. Able to move it back. And now Cincinnati able to move it out of the zone. Entering the offensive zone, Johnny Balta finds the back of the net. Not sure how, he was able to keep it on the backhand there as Cincinnati had some numbers, really good exit out of Cincinnati zone, leading to the goal. That's kind of what I was referring to earlier, Chris. Just kind of get it toward the net. Good things are bound to happen. I think Tanaka was expecting Cincinnati to move it behind the net. Bonta got rid of it and maybe caught him cheating.
The Bearcats need to realize that nothing bad can come out of throwing it at the net and seeing what happens.
Well, let's see how Cincinnati can respond. You said the next goal would be a big one. Obviously, the next one now is monumental for Cincinnati. Matthew Vile takes a hit and he will draw a penalty, as a tripping penalty will be assessed to Cincinnati. First power play opportunity for the Dayton Flyers. Matt Lindley going to the box. For Matt Lindley, that is his 33rd penalty minute he will be spending. That is one shy of the team lead, which belongs to the guy who just scored the last goal, Johnny Bonta. As you're nodding your head in agreement, you kind of knew before I said it.
Saw that one coming.
Now, Chris, you're no slouch yourself. I'm looking at the box score here. 20 penalty minutes. So you're kind of in the running, at least top 5, I believe.
I think at this time last year I was in second place in penalty minutes.
No doubt about it. Get Chris Bowers on your fantasy team for a grinder. Dayton on the power play. Good spacing by the Flyers. They're looking to move it down and then back up and jam it home. Sebastian Millette there with the pads to make the stop. 10:21 to go. A minute 30 exactly on the power play for the Flyers. In to take the draw for the Flyers will be Matthew Vile. He'll go up against your twin brother, Chris, Greg. Face-off won by the Flyers. Puck sent toward the middle of the crease, and it is now cleared out by Cincinnati. We're at the halfway mark of this game. 10 minutes to play in the second period. Sam Dorf collects things, sends it off the board. Danny Matea can't keep onside as the puck accidentally hits him. And we'll have a stoppage in play. One minute and 1 second remain on the penalty to Matt Lindley. There it is. There's a good clear. Bearcats able to get it out right on the draw. And forcing Dayton to set up behind their own net. On the breakout, here come the Flyers. Moving ahead, good burst of speed by Owen. Lays it off for Price. Wow, moving it right into the slot. Dayton getting the puck in the right areas here on this power play. Good resurgence by Cincinnati. Puck hits off of Danny Matea and stays in. Good break for Dayton. Now Cincinnati looking to move it out. And does. Danny Matea able to do so, crossing the blue line now. Working a move, takes a shot in on Tanaka, and I think he heard you. These nets, they don't do very well with soundproof, so just take a shot on net, Chris.
Yeah,
Good news. Colin McAllister listening to us here in the booth as he'll take a rip at the net. And the Bearcats look good there on the end of that penalty kill. Controlling the zone, Colin McAllister again with a rip, but Matthew Tanaka up for the challenge. 8:41 to go in the second. Puck is dropped. Face-off won by Nick Okada. And offsides is a call. Okada thought he kept it in. No argument from Nick. We'll have a face-off on the outside of the draw, on the zone. Draw is won by Cincinnati. Colin Rack dumping it down. Cincinnati using their speed to get to the puck. Rack behind the net. Moves it around. There's Stephen Lang. Okada pinches up, keeps it in at the blue line, tries to get around a couple of guys before it is cleared out. Icing is the call. 8:08 to go. 8:08 looks like Bob if you look at the clock, just so you know.
Definitely a good way to look at it.
Well, I know you are a Columbus Blue Jacket fan. Sergei Bobrovsky able to pitch a shutout tonight, 2-0 over the New York Rangers.
Let's hope that our goalies can mimic that.
A little late on the shutout, but Sebastian Millette definitely made a Sergei Bobrovsky-like save earlier in this game, stopping a the puck with his right pad on a tic-tac-toe opportunity for the Dayton Flyers. Puck in the corner, fought after. Brady Kiplinger coming away from the pile. Looked like he was being held back there a little bit. Cincinnati able to move it ahead. Dalton Drum collects it. Shot blocked by Tanaka. Great speed and good awareness by Dalton Drum to find that puck and get a shot in on Matthew Tanaka. Number 30 in red has had to make a few nice saves to keep this thing where it's at. Flyers moving it ahead to the blue line. Nick Okada on the turnover. Takes it in, looks cross ice, looking for Johnny Bonta. Bonta from a sharp angle, can't find anybody. Kyle Ahrens will retreat and get it in the neutral zone. Christian Fay looks cross ice. Dayton Flyers send one wide of the net. Bonta there to play it up to Kyle Ahrens. Lona yelling his commands. Now he'll come away with the puck, and only momentarily here at the red line as the fight ensues. Now he'll cross the blue line. Cincinnati stays onside, but the puck is finally moved out. Here comes Talibi. Bearcats take another breath. Shot in. Tanaka makes a couple of saves there toward the crease, then centering it there. Wow! Another save, robbing Kyle Talibi. Bearcats were buzzing around the net. Certainly encouraging to see for Cincinnati.
It's good to see Bonta and Talibi finally gaining some chemistry. I know they've been having some problems on that line so far.
Things look good there. Puck fired off the boards. Breakaway attempt. Shot missed high. Jack Huscroft is going to be having nightmares of that play in his sleep tonight. Perfect feed off the boards and good speed. Huscroft was there to find it. Here comes Greg Bowers, 2-on-1. He'll look in. What a shot. Looked with the backhand. Was hoping Tanaka was thinking pass. We're a mess up here. Sorry about the scoreboard. Bearcats keep it in on a backhanded chip by Matt Lindley. Lindley has committed the only Bearcats penalty of the afternoon. Afternoon, I mean early morning. No idea where afternoon came from. Puck fired wide off the stick of Owen for Dayton. Cincinnati able to collect it. Number 4 for Cincinnati, Kyle Ahrens, comes across the blue line and just dumps it in. 4:40 to play here in the second period. Cats have the only goal of the period. Dayton looking to change it there. Millette appeared to be down in case the shot would have came through. Never did. But Dayton able to find some good passing. And the Flyers are working the boards well. Pass sent off the boards there, right into the slot. What a hit! Colin McAllister. Owen Sherlong took a hit. And Colin McAllister laid the boom. Puck sent off the boards. Von Kieserling can't reach it. Instead picked up by a Flyer. Now turned over. Danny Mateo. Right-handed shot goes wide. Flyers looking to move it out and do. Von Kieserling hooked on the play. No call. Referees are taking the night off on the whistle. Only 2 penalties in this game, 1 apiece for each team. I'm sure both teams have gripes of missed calls. So I'm not being biased there, you know, I'm calling it objectively. Dalton Drum, right wing side, moves around a man, gets it to the slot, then sends it toward the center of the ice. Mateo was there. Just couldn't put it on net. Under 3 to go. Colin Rack feeds Okada, who feeds it up ice to Brady Kiplinger. Kiplinger makes a couple of nice moves. Backhanded attempt by Drum. Puck still loose. Tanaka is there. And he was sprawled out. But he somehow keeps the puck out of the back of the net. Tanaka in 14 games comes in at a 7-5 record. He did not start all 14 games, but he's played in them all. Cincinnati working the puck, and Tanaka is diving left and right. Lost his goal stick, I believe. Everybody lost their stick on that play. Cincinnati working hard toward the net. But the magic man in Matthew Tanaka keeps the puck out of the back of the net. Puck being dropped to his left. Cincinnati winning the draw again. Lang has it in the corner. Moves it ahead. Dalton Drum there to collect. Dayton trying to move it out. Denied. Bearcats corral it. Here comes a breakaway. Good opportunity for Dayton to tie it here, but Sebastian Millette is there as he got a good piece of it. And more nightmares for the Dayton Flyers. Todd Price will be kicking himself on that one. Cincinnati with it behind the net. For only having 10 shots, Chris, you'll have to agree Dayton has definitely had more opportunities than they do have shotted.
They just need to work on actually hitting the net.
Well, let's been a brick wall there, not showing him much. Okada finds it in his own defensive zone. Minute 5 to play. Damian Lone on a backhand attempt. Tanaka there to play it. Remember that from the old Cyclones days. Asking the PA announcer how much time's left, and of course thanking him for telling you. Here comes Colin Rack crossing the red line now, then dumping it through. 35 seconds to go in the period. Two players collide in the corner. Dayton coming away with it. Sherlong leaves it for Wild, but it is instead taken away by Cincinnati. Puck move cross ice. Back and forth. Dayton just able to dump it down. And with 10 seconds, Cincinnati with their last big chance. They were looking for Damian Lona here on the near wall. Couldn't find him. 2 seconds, shot on the way, fought off by Sebastian Millette. And that was in time, so Millette keeps this one tied at 2. After the second period, Bearcats in front 24-11 in the shot department and scored the only goal of the period. Cincinnati looking for their 17th win on the season. We'll be back, see if they can close it out after this. You're watching Bearcats Hockey on YouTube. Folks, welcome back. Third period of play just now beginning between the Cincinnati Bearcats and the Dayton Flyers. 2-1 the score. Cincinnati in front. Scores by Cincinnati for Kiplinger and Johnny Bonta. And a goal for the Dayton Flyers belongs to number 8, Thomas Krogholm. So I think the story of the game so far, maybe you will agree with me, Chris Bowers, has been Matthew Tanaka and only keeping the Bearcats at 2 goals right now.
He's definitely standing on his head a few times on some breakaways and some great shots by the Bearcats. They need to find a way to get it through.
So we've started the third period. Bearcats in front on the shot department, 25-11. Cincinnati's controlled play decently, but it's been an odd 25 shots, excuse me. They've been very well balanced. Pretty even game so far. Top of the circle. Taking his time and then ripping one wide for the Flyers was number 10, Hoscroft. And Bearcats move it out in front, and almost another goal for number 8, Johnny Bonta. Bonta scored his 16th goal of the season in the second period on a backhanded attempt. Matthew Wild looks cross ice. Can't connect with his man, Eric Childerister. Cincinnati can't get it out. Logan Rossiter, good speed. Pokes it ahead, now allows Cincinnati to come out on the breakout. 3-on-2. Puck left behind for Bonta, but he is unable to pick up the puck. 4-on-2 the other way for the Dayton Flyers. Shot goes wide off the stick of Matthew Wild as they were coming in on the netminder, Sebastian Millette. Matt Lindley picks up the puck. Moves it ahead where Danny Matea is there, left wing side. He sends it toward the crease. Von Kieserling is there. He's unable to actually put it in. Colin McAllister had it right on the doorstep. Just couldn't fight one toward the net. Centering pass denied there by the Flyers. Dumped in again. Colin McAllister moves around the official. And now it is picked up by Christian Fay. Here come the Flyers. Troy Hoffman moves it off the boards, then sent in toward Millette, broke it up before it gets there. Here comes Colin McAllister. He moves across the blue line. Now he'll look for some help, but instead has it taken away by the goal scorer, Thomas Krogholm. Nick Okada lost it momentarily behind the net, allowing the puck to go across the goal crease. Now it's in the neutral zone. Nick Okada safely has it in the defensive end, throws it off the boards. He was looking for Colin Rack, couldn't connect. Number 27, that's new man Brandon Armstrong, first game of the season for Cincinnati. Number 27 in white. Puck dumped in again. Nick Okada behind the net, there to play it. He's pushed off the puck, and now the Flyers control. Shot from point blank, whiffed, or else Connor Owen had a good look right in at Millette. Puck right wing side, pushed up along the boards. Deflected by Cincinnati, and glove is lost by a Dayton Flyers. Shot back of the net. That was in. No whistle there. The celebration was there. And no goal call. Bowers, what'd you see on that play?
I actually did not see the play. I was watching Greg because he dropped his glove.
Oh, that was Greg's glove? I thought it was a Flyer glove. No. Looking out for your brother at all times. It looked from a sharp angle. Puck was ripped, hit the back of the net, came back out. I guess it did not. Sneezing? No? Said it might have hit the post. We'll have to believe it. 15:27 to go. No call to Toronto, no review here as we'll play on. 2-1 score, Cincinnati. Pressing in, Logan Rossiter. They ought to send it around the boards. Moving ahead with it now. Dayton, errant pass, allows Cincinnati to collect things in their defensive zone. Pushing it ahead, Stephen Lang crossing the blue line, dishes it ahead. Shot goes wide, hits off the glass, and was ripped hard by Brady Kiplinger. Puck was then moved down in front, looking for Kiplinger again, unable to connect. Dayton coming away with it, crossing the red line, leaving it back. From a sharp angle, it doesn't make its way to the net. Rossiter is there to block the shot. We've played 5:30. Nobody scored here in the third. 2-1, Cincinnati clinging to the lead. Kiplinger, left wing side. Has Drum behind him. Sends it off the boards. Drum will chase after it. First one to get there is Dalton Drum. Now it's punched ahead. Good speed behind. Johnny Bonta, burst of fire, finds Damian Lona. Lona dances around his man and then is hooked. No call. Puck behind the net. Talibi picks it up for the Bearcats, sends it down. Back and forth. Lona was looking for Talibi, who was right in the slot, waiting for the pass. Damian Lona slams the puck down in. Tanaka plays it with the stick. Matthew Wild moves it cross ice into the neutral zone. Kyle Ahrens gets a second chance at the puck. Goes with the backhand, trying to get it out, and does. Busting in, here comes J.P. Glaxiani, and he finds the ice. Tripping is the call. It will go against Dayton. Right wing side. Johnny Bonta skating in. He was looking for Matt Lindley, who is help side. Lindley's got the question mark.
Oh, he's calling it a penalty.
Oh, no. Bearcats unbelievably got a 2-minute, I guess, goalie interference. I don't know what the call could be on Matt Lindley. Matt Lindley will pick up a penalty. And we'll be playing 4-on-4 hockey. Second penalty for Matt Lindley. Third and fourth penalty of the game.
Lindley's got to be careful here. He's going to get unsportsmanlike.
Matt Lindley is definitely sharing his opinion with the officials and bench as well. So 4-on-4, I think this bodes well for Cincinnati. I like their speed. Nick Okada right away with the rip. And Something you like to see right off the draw. Johnny Bonta talking to Damian Lona about where he's going with it. Kyle Talibi able to come away with it. His shot does not find the protective netting. That thing is gone. Luckily, puck comes right back into play. How about that? 12:41 to go. 2-1. Bearcats in front. Face off won by the Dayton Flyers. Connor Owen won it back. Icing is the call.
He's got to figure it out.
Took a little bit longer than normal, but we'll take it nonetheless. Technically, the clock is the enemy as well here, Chris. Damian Lona off the draw, sends it down to Levy behind the net, trying to pick it up. Damian Lona moves it out of the zone, back to his defender, the sure-handed Nick Okada, who actually turns it over. Save made by Moet. Here comes Nick Okada. Okada with a ripper, my goodness. Just moves right in, picked the spot, ripped it. Tanaka was there to make the save. .52 to go. Rossiter keeps it in at the blue line. Now loses it as it is chipped ahead. Rossiter picked it back up, and now Dayton clears it out, but it will be an icing. And unlike Louisville, Dayton stays on the ice. They don't try to jump into the bench and try to hide and play games or anything like that. Just so you know, Louisville is losing to Miami of Ohio, Chris.
Really?
They're losing 5-2 last I saw.
That's a big game because we beat both Louisville and Ohio, and Miami.
No doubt about it. Bearcats trying to jam one home there. Cannot do so. 1-on-4 here for the Flyers. Didn't bode well at all. And now here comes Brady Kiplinger, right wing side, jamming it home. And Tanaka may have taken the worst end of that. And he is shaken up on the play. Brady Kiplinger came in with a burst of speed. Chasing after the puck, incidentally runs over Matthew Tanaka, who will get an extra minute to gain his composure. Wise move by the referee, waiting a minute or two before he put the net back on its post. Flyers win the draw and break out with it. Final 5 seconds tick off of the coincidental penalties. And both teams are at full strength, 5-on-5 once again. Here comes Cincinnati now. Danny Matea, good burst of speed, top of the circle, rips one. It is blocked and stopped by Edward Geiser. Now Dayton moving ahead, 2-on-1. Back man for Cincinnati is Nick Okada. And he played the passing lane well enough to create an errant pass. Textbook defense there by Nick Okada. Stayed right where you're supposed to be on that 2-on-1. Millette there to make a save. Whistle is blown. 10:03 to go. 28-12, shot advantage in favor of Cincinnati. Up next for the Cincinnati Bearcats will be right here at home. 6 o'clock game against the Pittsburgh Panthers. Team Cincinnati beat on the road, yeah, and Cincinnati had too many guys on the ice. Colin Rack recognized it. We have a stoppage in play, and back to hockey.
You can't call that too many men right off the face-off. You got to give them a chance to get off the ice.
So that's just a bad job of the referees not doing their homework ahead of time. Not coming to class prepared, if you will. Bearcats back and forth in their own end, forcing Dayton to chase it back and forth. Offsides is the call, easy call to make. The puck was touched by Troy Hoffman. You know, out of all the Tri-State Collegiate Hockey League teams, I think Dayton has the worst uniforms. That says nothing about them as a school, just my opinion.
They could definitely use an upgrade from the almost cream-colored, dirty logo on their chest.
I'm not saying Cincinnati isn't due for an upgrade as well. I like our white uniforms. I like our black uniforms. You know, a little bit.
We'll have to be on the lookout for the Bearcats' new third jersey coming out in a few weeks.
There we go. That's what we call a tease in the business right there. 8:50 to go. Bearcats coming away with it through the neutral zone. That's defenseman Sam Dorf, has it taken away, but kept in at the blue line. Talibi moved ahead, but had to go through the gauntlet, lost the puck, and Dayton was able to come away with it. Dayton pressing, forcing a turnover there was Nick Carl, got 2 whacks at it. Sebastian Millette says no. Puck comes up top for the Bearcats. Ripper, there it is, in the bow, no! That was deflected toward the crease, thought it had nowhere else to go but the back of the net, as Tanaka was breaking every which way. My goodness. Bearcats didn't catch that bounce. Puck dumped in wide. Under 8 to go here in regulation. Cincinnati up 2-1. Here comes Dalton Drum. Skating east and west. Now he'll move north to south. Drum moves it up top. Rossiter goes across. Nick Okada's there from a very sharp angle and trying to get it through traffic. Can't get it, but he'll pick the puck back up. Looking through. Rossiter picks it up. Skating in. Good burst of speed. Wraparound attempt. Net slides off to the right. To the net's right, our left. Stage right. 6:58 to go. In for the Bearcats, Brady Kiplinger, Dalton Drum, and Stephen Lang, the new linesman out there, winger with Cincinnati. Ryan Murphy out for the weekend. Bearcats having to use a few different players. Kiplinger and Bonta, the goal scorers for Cincinnati. Matthew Wild, right wing side for Dayton. Turns it over. Dalton Drum late on the shift. Trying to bust in through the slot. Can't. 3-on-2, Flyers with a chance at Sherlong. He missed it wide. Like I had mentioned earlier, Chris, Dayton they've been outscored coming into the weekend by 11 by opponents, scoring 44 goals and allowing 55. They're right now down 2-1. You're starting to wonder how many more opportunities they're really going to have. And the next goal is obviously huge at this point.
Definitely would be a bad time for both teams to give up a goal because, like you said, the next goal is going to be huge.
Walk into the zone for Cincinnati. Nick Okada coming up and playing the puck. Moves it cross ice. Colin Rack. How about that block shot there, or block pass by Carbonera. Offsides is the call. Carbonera stopped the puck, stopped the home run pass, couldn't find it right away. For us, a good breakout for Cincinnati there. 5:07 to go. Damian Lona on the backhand. Pushed it forward. Kyle Talibi moves it ahead. And now the Flyers in their own end. Studnicka moves it on the backhand. Now trying to force it up off the boards. That's Todd Price. Price leaves it for Owen. Owen trying to get it right back to Price on a 2-on-1. Cincinnati was prepared for him. Here comes Damian Lona. Moving it ahead, kicks it forward. Now he'll fight off a check, and then he'll tumble to the ice. He takes down a man. Hunt goes undetected as from the seat of his pants, Damian Lona might have gotten a little stick friendly. Puck behind the net from a very sharp angle. Goes across the goal mouth. Cincinnati able to collect. UC. Colin Rack takes a stumble. And now Johnny Bonto will have to fight for it. Far side of the ice. Shot taken by Christian Fay. It is saved. And Millette holds the puck. 3:43 to go in regulation. Big game for Cincinnati if they can clinch it here. Want to hold them off the next 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Brady Kiplinger on the backhand just sends it in toward the net, and it goes. And that's what you were saying earlier, Chris. Just put it toward the net. Good things will happen. He just kind of floated it and looked to get it off the paraphernalia of Tanaka, and it finds its way into the back of the net. Who? 3:28 to go. Bearcats make this a 3-1 game. Huge, and there's a trip right there. Dylan Metterhouse right off the draw is tripped, and we'll have a whistle as the puck hits the netting. Bearcats will go on the power play. So one bad break after another for the Dayton Flyers. So not just did you give up a goal and you're down 2, you're now on the penalty kill, and your leading point scorer is in the penalty box. Can it get any worse other than the Bearcats scoring on this power play, Chris?
I'm not so sure that it can, Paul.
Well, let's see if it can. 3:19 to go. Cincinnati will have the draw to the right of Tanaka. In to take it is Brady Kiplinger, who I believe got the goal. I'm not so sure who got the goal, but it definitely looked like it was Brady. For Brady, that would be his 12th. So I'm just going to book it until I'm corrected.
What?
Under 3 to go. Johnny Bonta slides it right wing side. Nick Okada comes across the blue line and then slides on the brakes. Bonta picks it up far side. Dumps it back down, looking up top. No, Bonta holds on to it. Then looks cross ice where Damian Lona resides. Lona, top of the circle, moves up to the blue line. Cross ice for Nick Okada. Okada settles it down for Bonta. Bonta into Kiplinger, who was looking for the hat trick. Couldn't get it. Awkward hit into the boards. And be careful, Matt Lindley. Flyers able to get a change. Todd Price with it. Blockered aside by Sebastian Millette. Short-handed opportunity there. Cincinnati, before that shot, were doubling up. The Flyers win the shot department 30-15. Now it's 30-16. Here comes Damian Lona. Moves it through. Far side of the ice. Oscar was there. He was looking to take out Von Kieserling and comes up empty. Back to play it, Matt Lindley. Dishes it to Nick Okada. Okada looks up top for Von Kieserling. Kieserling to Mattea. Mattea fights off a check. Both teams are even strength. Sherlong out of the box. Matt Lindley, ripper. Stopped by Tanaka. Nick Okada looking to move through. And does. But now he loses it. Coming away with it are the Flyers. Looking to move it in. What a save, Sebastian Millette. One more for the road. Puck was left right in front. And an opportunity with nobody around him for the Flyers. Millette strong with the pads. Puck goes far side. Sherlong is there. Then it is played ahead. Turned over. Cincinnati dumps it in. Rossiter sends it cross ice. Final 20 seconds tick off the clock. Bearcats will advance with a win to 17-3, and we'll have a home contest against. Oh! Oh, no way! New guy! Brandon Armstrong puts one in, glove side. How do you like that? 2.5 seconds to go. And he's on the board. Dylan Metterhouse finds him. And that's a good way to get some cheers and get some name recognition. Number 27, Brandon Armstrong, first game, scores a goal. And that'll help with the goal differential as well at the end of the season, Chris. So as I'm wrapping things up, Cincinnati will be back here tomorrow, or actually later on today, as this game ends just a minute shy of 1 a.m. Great game by Matthew Tanaka, but a better game by Cincinnati's offense. 4-1 final score. Any last takeaways from this game, Chris?
We just want to get home, get some rest, and get back out there tomorrow. Got another tough one.
Well, we hope you'll join us tomorrow night when the Cincinnati Bearcats will take on the Pittsburgh Panthers in another battle of Tri-State Collegiate Hockey League action. Thanks for joining us again today. Final score, Bearcats 4, Dayton 1.